How will Wade Wilson, the unkillable merc with the mouth, fare against a brand new enemy obsessed with death and hell-bent on cutting him down to size? Well, let's hop into the pages of Deadpool issue number 4 and find out together, shall we? So then, picking up directly from where the last issue left off, Taskmaster, at the behest of Deadpool, has taken it upon himself to test the brand new superhuman abilities of Wade's daughter, Ellie, and oh yeah, he is not holding back at all during these little training sessions. It's literally this girl's first day on the job, and Tony Masters over here is busting out Spider-Man-style agility moves, Daredevil-style dodges, and Captain America-level gut punches. Geez, and all just because Wade felt a little awkward about having to be a parent after all these years of kicking that particular can down the road. Don't feel too bad for Ellie, though. Eventually, after getting wailed on long enough, she ends up having a eureka moment. It would seem that the healing factor that she inherited from her famous father Deadpool has actually manifested in a rather interesting way. Her mind is able to move faster, with neurons connecting much quicker than an average human. This basically means she's a fast learner, and even though she can't copy muscle memory, like Taskmaster, she is able to learn on the fly. The same thing actually extends to her physiology too. Her muscles are able to rip and tear and repair themselves at a shocking rate, meaning after only 30 minutes of weight training, it's already like she's been weight training for a month. She'll never be She-Hulk strong. And she probably won't be able to heal herself from just being a single arm or a head like her father, but still, in a couple years, this young lady is going to be an absolute force to be reckoned with. Deadpool should be happy, and in many ways he absolutely is, but in the back of his mind, he's more afraid than anything. His daughter has managed to inherit so many of the great things that come with being Deadpool, but surely the cruel and uncaring universe will have to level itself out the other way, right? I mean, could Ellie potentially get the same cancer that Wade himself is stricken with? Well, Taskmaster thought of that too and was sure to give her a physical. She's got a 100% clean bill of health, and with this level of healing factor, there's a good chance she might never get regular sick again. Now that Ellie has proved herself, all she wants to do is get out in the field and be with her father during his mercenary work, but once again, Deadpool ends up erecting a massive wall between him and his daughter, saying that he would never want this kind of life for her, that he would never want to see his daughter become another version of himself. And if you're thinking to yourself, geez, this really feels like one of these familial situations where they should just sit down and talk things out before everything ends up growing out of control, they tried to do that only to have Deadpool be interrupted by his next big job. In fact, Wade breaks the fourth wall and says, "Damn it, Doug, we were about to deal with a major emotional beat we established in the first issue." Now, what's so important to pull Deadpool away from his daughter? Well, it seems that he's gotten a video threat message courtesy of Death Grip, the mortality-obsessed cult leader who has been stalking Deadpool ever since he was unable to kill him all the way back in the first issue. Death Grip sets a challenge to Deadpool to come and face him at his cult compound, lest he end up coming to look for Deadpool, and if he sent this message, that means he knows exactly where he lives. Wade is ultimately happy to get called out like this, saying, geez, this is gonna save us so many issues in having to track him down. And before he can say chimichanga, him and Taskmaster are suited up, heavily armed, and at the cult's doorstep. Taskmaster has to admit going in this half-cocked and through the front door, no less, is pretty damn stupid, but Deadpool is resolute, saying, geez, you know, we could probably finish this arc in record time. Oh yes, the fourth wall breaks were on full display in this issue, and it doesn't stop there either. Deadpool and Taskmaster make short work of Death Grip's cultists, and even take the opportunity to show off with some of their coolest moves. Deadpool even saying, man, something like this would work great in the movies, or maybe even in Marvel vs. Capcom 4, which is a hell of a reference on Cody Ziegler's part, because just a couple weeks ago it was announced that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 will finally be made available again on the Switch. Which, if it sells good, and I have no reason to believe it won't, maybe we actually will get Marvel vs. Capcom 4 in the not-too-distant future. Taskmaster stays behind to deal with the rank-and-file grunts, while Deadpool himself reaches the cult's inner sanctum to finally have his round 2 match against Death Grip. Death Grip really does prove to be the ultimate foil for Deadpool, as he is super serious and morose and actually gets mad at Deadpool for not taking this meeting more seriously. Hell, when Deadpool runs out of bullets, he just throws his empty gun at Death Grip's head. It's here that the dastardly villain ends up pulling his ultimate trump card. You'll remember at the end of the previous issue, Death Grip had actually managed to fuse his physical form with one of the Muramasa blades. Meaning that not only do his strikes end up doing gravest damage to Deadpool, but it's damage that he can't actually heal from. As the comic comes to a close, a horrified Deadpool ends up bleeding out, as Death Grip coldly and callously ends up moving on in for the kill. And so that was Deadpool issue number 4, everybody, and overall I thought it was another very enjoyable issue in this ongoing Cody Ziegler series. The pacing does seem to be a little all over the place, but hey, Deadpool himself even lampshades and makes a joke about that things are moving a little faster than they normally would here, but hey, we gotta write for the trade. We've seen situations where Deadpool's healing factor has been challenged, and that certainly does enough to ratchet up the drama, but for me, the real thing that keeps me coming back over and over again is Wade's complicated and evolving relationship with his daughter. In this issue, we learn that the fact that he's so slow to kind of parent her and be an active father in her life really has nothing to do with her, but everything to do with his own self-hate. Wade loves Ellie so much, but more and more he's starting to see her become a smaller version of himself, and the more he pushes her away, the more she actively tries, so it's a real lose-lose situation for him. Overall, I think I'd feel comfortable giving this one a 7.5 out of 10. I'll definitely be interested to see how this arc closes out. I'm certainly enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. It's the most invested I've been in a Deadpool book for a long time. And I wonder what Cody Ziegler has in store for us beyond this storyline. Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, thanking you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out my Amazon link down in the description. Yes, that's right, the Cape Joel channel officially has its own Amazon storefront now. You can pick up a comic or anything else for that matter, and if you did, you'd really be helping me in the channel. So with that out of the way everyone, I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.